Today, we are going to be discussing a very important subject. We are discussing the question of fear. Fear, yes, F E A R. That is what we are talking about this morning. We want to discuss fear because that is an emotion, that is a feeling, that is a sensation that each and every one of us experiences. It is a part of the human life. It is part of who we are. Now, for many times, many wonder, why is it that I am so paralyzed or petrified from doing the things that I need to do? I know what I need to do, but for some reason I can't get myself to do it. In some cases, it's not just procrastination or the unwillingness to do a thing, which is laziness, but it is often fear or phobia exposing itself through a sensation or an emotion that prevents us from doing things. Now, fear is a good thing, and let me tell you why. If you are someone who fears nothing, there is a great tendency that you will end up dead quicker than you know. Why? Because fear is a cautionary measure that was put inside of us. Now, if you were to take a journey back, so maybe to the before civilization, try to imagine if life what life could have been like when we had, wild animals all over the place. We had human beings living out in the wild. Imagine coming face to face with, this 500-pound gorilla, and there's no fear in you. I mean, it will pound you to death even before you recognize that it is there. Why? Because fear is intentionally fixed in us as a sign that will tell us either to be cautious or to go on a flight. But however, we have so much associated that emotion by habit to a degree that it prevents most people from actually pursuing their dreams. Now, fear should be something that should be more of a cautionary approach that should help us to become a little bit cautionary, but it should never prevent us from being productive. And that is where this is going. Fear needs to be understood. Fear needs to be mastered. Fear needs to be comprehended and rallied around in order for it to become productive. What I'm saying essentially is that it is very important for you to understand your fear. Your fear is not designed to paralyze you from doing anything. Rather, it is designed to help you pay closer attention to the things that you ought to ignore or the things that you need to avoid. Now, I was doing a recent study and I was reading about how certain reptiles, particularly snakes, hunt. Usually what happens is that they gaze at the prey to a point that the prey is so petrified, like a mouse or whatever it is so afraid, it is shaking to a point where its brain forgets to tell it to run. And so it is just standing there waiting to be picked up. That has become the experiences of a lot of people, and as a result of that, they are not able to move forward to do the things that they normally would do, or they are required to do in order for them to get the results that they need to get. So it is very, very key for you to understand your fear, but you can use your fear against your fears. And let me explain what that means. What that means, for example, is that if you're someone who is afraid of failure, then you must make an absolute determination that you must become successful. Hey guys, can you go upstairs and go play, please? It's okay, just go now. Just go upstairs. You have plenty of room upstairs, okay? I am sorry about that. It is very, very important for you to take that fear and use it in the opposite direction. Meaning, if you're someone who is afraid of failure, then do everything possible to make sure you don't fail. If you're someone who is afraid of insecurity, then you must do everything you can to become secure. I mean, that fear in itself needs to be understood in a way that it doesn't cause you to go overboard and start being and start doing things that will be counterproductive to your success. So it is critical to understand that fear, but use that fear as a leveraging point in order for you to become successful. Do not allow your fears to petrify you or prevent you from going forward and doing the things that you need to do. Now, it is important also to understand the difference between a phobia and a fear. Understand that fear actually is a type of phobia, or rather, it is actually phobia in itself, but there is a phobia that is unique to every person. There are people that cannot stand, like for instance, I talk about snakes. I cannot even look at them. I mean, mine is just that bad, And we do this training in Private Transformation Network because we have an entire series or an entire course where we do overcoming fear, and it's really interesting to see some of the outcomes and some of the behaviors, and in a lot of cases even irrational behavior that comes as a result of just the mention of a thing which most people have a phobia for. So it is important to understand that phobia, but it is even more important to understand how to overcome it. Now, most people will tell you that if you have a phobia, you have to face it, you have to confront it, you have to experience it in order for you to become free from it. And that is true. That is true. But remember that fear or that phobia, the way it works in the human body is that it releases adrenaline into your body that causes you to start behaving in a specific way. Understand that sensation. Understand that emotion. Comprehend that feeling. And then begin to find ways to bring about rationality or a reasonable thought process so that that emotion in itself does not trigger certain types of behavior. Your rationale, your goal, the things you want to accomplish should be the things that should drive your actions in the face of that sensation or that emotion. So never you allow fear prevent you from accomplishing your dreams. Remember, this is Private Transformation Minutes, and we are discussing today fear on how to overcome that emotion and prevent you from preventing you from accomplishing your dreams. Why? Because it is an attitude that you need to develop. It is something that must begin from within. So I want to thank those of you who are watching. If you want to be able to study and understand more about fear, I'm going to challenge you to plan to attend one of our Private Transformation Network retreats that are coming up this summer in a city close to you. And if it's far from you, please let us know what we can do to bring that program to you, because it will radically transform your life. We've seen many people use it in their business, in their relationships, in their careers, to be able to achieve the things that they've always wanted to achieve. So thank you once again for joining me today on Private Transformation Minutes. My name is Dala Alfonso, and if you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, I want to encourage you to do so right now. Do so right now. Go to YouTube at Private Transformation. We're also on Instagram. We're also on YouTube. On Twitter and all the available social media platforms. Be sure to connect with us. The last 16 episodes of this series, Developing a Strong Positive Mental Attitude, are available online. So make sure you take advantage of them. But remember, this is very high level. You need to go deeper. You need to study these topics on your own so that you can become everything that you need to be, so that you can become the very best version of you. So thanks once again, and I look forward to being with you same time tomorrow right here on Private Transformation Minutes. Have a fantastic day, and please do not forget, click that share button so that others can also benefit from this broadcast. Have a great day.